Hey there guys, it's Zologe here with a deck profile for the Burning Abyss 2.0. This is a deck that revolves around using the various Burning Abyss monsters, gaining plus of each other, while making things like rank 3 monsters such as Dante, and also their new level 6 Synchro, which is Virgil, Rockstar of the Burning Abyss. Now, this is a top tier deck. Not that I'm doing many of these at all, like the last time was when they were like top tier before they got Virgil, but now I just wanted to do it again because whenever a deck gets a new update or whenever I feel like I've finished a build that's better than what it originally was, I'm making a 2.0 deck profile of it. Now 3.0 might be a thing if Burning Abyss gets even more support, but I doubt it until maybe sometime in the far off future. I don't know. But let's go into the profile and I'll explain my choices as we go along, as per usual. So first we run the one Blackluster Soldier armed at the beginning. Now we don't run any lights in the main deck. Our lights mainly come from the extra decks, such as our Virgil and our Dante. Now both of these will go to the graveyard relatively quickly because, well, not necessarily Virgil, but Dante will. And Dante is pretty squishy if he doesn't get his effect off and doesn't get to attack. He's kind of squishy, so he will land in your graveyard eventually, which is why I run BLS, because BLS is a win condition on its own if played right. Next we run the triple Sir. Now Sir, of course, recruits stuff back from the graveyard when it's sent to the graveyard, and of course, yeah, so he's basically there to get back our Rubik for multiple uses of Virgil. That's the main reason why it's there. It's also there for extra XC summons and whatnot. Next we're gonna go for the triple Graph down the branch of the Burning Abyss. Now this guy, whenever he's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Burning Abyss monster from your deck except Graph, which is really cool. Now there's something which I forgot to mention with Sir, is that Sir actually can recruit back Virgil, which is really cool, and hence why I'm running 3 copies of him, so we can recruit back a Virgil should he be synchro summoned properly and not be like destroyed or not be like negated his summon or something like that. We can bring him back with Sir. But next we run the triple Curry Bandit. Now Curry Bandit is actually a really nice card because we run a shitload of traps and I want to get to those very fast. And we're not necessarily hurt by our monsters going to the graveyard because we're going to get pluses of them anyway. So Curry Bandit is an excellent monster. I run triples because, well, he's kind of neat, I guess, to get to our awesome traps and stuff like that. Next we run the triple tour guide. This is the heart and soul of the deck. When you normal summon this guy, I can bring out any monster in your entire deck besides BLS, which is really awesome. And it's just a nice gateway card. Next we run the triple Scarm. This is another part of the heart and soul of the deck. If this is the soul, this is the heart, definitely. Because when this guy is sent to the graveyard during your end phase, you can add one level 3 Dark Fiend type monster from your deck to your hand. So that is everything besides BLS. Again, so you can search anything you really need. Next we go for the last monster of the deck, which is one Rubik. Now this guy is mainly here just to bring out Virgil, because trust me, Virgil is worth it. When you have this guy on board, it's worth running the worst Burning Abyss monster in the entire game. But he just leads it up to this guy, nothing too special about it. Next we go for the one Soul Charge. This is just for massive plays and setting up huge boards and things like that that the Burning Abyss monsters cannot really do on their own. Well, they can do it, but it's easier to pull off with the Soul Charge. Next we run the one Night Beam. This is for like a mirror match thing to stop chainable back row and things like that. And the other two are Mystical Space Typhoons. It's just 2 variants of back row removal. I personally like Night Beam, but sometimes you really don't, when you really want to hit something like a Vanity's Emptiness or something, because this deck loses to Vanity's Emptiness like nothing else. Holy crap, it loses to Vanity so easily. Next we run the triple Supply Squad. Now, since the Burning Abyss monsters, they're destroyed when you control something that's not a Burning Abyss monster. So what you can do is special summon back your Scarm and go +2. When you have something like, say, a BLS or on board, and you can just go, okay, let's go normal summon Surge. Surge is destroyed, draw 1 card, get Scarm back from a graveyard, and then get the Scarm Surge. So you can then go for a play next turn. Next, we run for the traps, we run a shitload, run 16 traps in the deck. Now, this is a very trap-heavy deck, as you can see. And that's what part of what makes it so great, is because all these have discard costs. Well, most of them have that anyway. The Burning Abyss monsters, they don't miss timing, even if they're cost. So that's really cool. So you can just activate something like Rikiki Break for generic removal. Pretty nice. Then we have the Fire Lake, which is a stupid card. It's a +5 if you play it correctly. Oh, not necessarily if you play it correctly. If you have the 2 specific monsters on your side of the field, it's a +5. No doubt about it. Next we go for the the triple Phoenix Wing Wind Blasts. This is our best removal card in the game. We just top deck something to make your opponent lose what is essentially a draw phase, and also get rid of something that, say, something like Rikiki Break can't deal with. Next we run the triple Karma Cut. Now, Karma Cut is also for things that you really can't deal with when it comes to like generic removal. So banishing it is also a really nice thing to just getting rid of a monster that you don't really want to deal with the first turn. Like, say, something, I don't know, something huge. Anyway, or if your opponent has multiple copies of the same card in their graveyard, say that they're playing something like Lightsworn, and they bring out Judgment Dragon, you can say, okay, Karma Cut, get rid of all 3 of them. There we go, problem solved. Next we run the 1 Wiretap. This is just for funsies, really. I didn't really have anything else to play at this particular spot that I really thought was worthwhile having. And finally, for the strongest trap card in our entire entire main deck, which is the Divine Wrath. Now, the reason why Divine Wrath is so powerful in this deck is because it's a counter trap. So the only thing that can really stop it is things like Wiretap. So you can just go Divine Wrath, negate a monster ability, and then get your search off with something like Skarm. Or the Graph, or whatever. Just to be on the safe side, discard the Skarm, because he will never miss timing regardless, because his effect activates during the end phase. So, yeah. And then finally, we run the 1 Solemn Warning, and that rounds up the main deck. So for the extra deck, we run Triple Virgil. Now, this guy is basically a Phoenix Wing Wind Blast on legs, but he shuffles it into the deck instead of putting it on top, which makes it very good. Very, very good for getting rid of things that you just don't want to deal with on the field. And when you use this effect, you're probably not going to see that card again for the rest of the duel, so that's really cool. The card you target with this guy, you're not going to see that card for the rest of the duel, most likely. Next we run the Triple Downed Magician. Now, this is just for in case Dante doesn't get to stick on field or something like that. You can just overlay it into any of these guys, and you'll automatically get like a big beater on board. Next we run the 1 Leviathan Dragon. Now, Leviathan Dragon is just a big beat stick, nothing too fancy about it. You're more likely than not gonna go into Downward than anything else, but this is still a pretty cool card. Next we run the Triple Ghost Trick Alucard. This is for backward removal, as well as getting rid of things that are set, like the Shadal monsters and things like that. We don't really want to get the flip effects off. Like getting Hedgehog's effect, making sure that Hedgehog doesn't flip is much better than it landing in the grave by card effect, which is very nice. So they don't get their fusions to their hand. Next we go for the Wind Up Zen Mains. Now, Zen Mains is actually a really neat card, because it allows you to stall, and in case you should not have the most favorable matchups, like say against the Cleaforts, which are coming out, well, which are available for play in like actual card form tomorrow, as of this video coming out, being recorded or whatever. Cleaforts, they're really dangerous, and having something like a Zen Mains really helps out. However, they still run shit like Skill Drain, so you might want to use some things like Mystical Space Typhoons for that. You can also alternatively use things like the Fire Lake, which is just fantastic. It gets rid of everything you really need to get rid of. You get rid of both their Pendulum Zones and the fields and their friggin' Skill Drain in one go, and that is just beautiful. Next, of course, we run the Triple Dante. Why wouldn't I run this guy in Burning Abyss? He's like the poster child for the entire deck. I've seen decks that don't play Burning Abyss that would still run this card because it's so damn good. And it's just a nice card to have. It allows you to recycle cards. It allows you to get shit back. It allows you to excavate and everything. It's just a nice card to have. Plus, it's a light too, so it's target for it's a banished target for BLS. And finally, we run the 1 Fortune Tune. That runs up the extra deck. So tell me what you guys think about this deck, and I'm out.